back to my channel. I was looking back at my old school makeup tutorials and crap. Okay, major come up, I want to say. I came up with this fabulous, sexy green envy look. Inspired by Nikita Dragun. She ended up posting this picture on her Instagram stories and I fell in love. I'm like, I've done that before, so I wanted to recreate it with my own little, you know, twist. I ended up using very affordable items, no Gucci, no Louboutin, crap like that. I ended up actually using things that I ended up finding from TJ Maxx to Planet Beauty, which are still very inexpensive products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and please keep on watching to achieve this sexy, promiscuous look. Bye. Okay, so some of the products that I'm going to be using, and they're both very affordable. So the first one is this Moira, I want to say that's how it's called, Dreamscape Dream Series palette. I ended up getting this at Planet Beauty and I think it was less than 10 bucks, I want to say. I'll have everything listed down below, but you guys, this reminds me like the Urban Decay electric palette. I don't know if you guys remember that. Of course it stains your eyes, but nothing that a little concealer can't hide. And then I also ended up picking this up that same day. This is from the Makeup Shack and this one is called the Makeup Shack in the Rainforest palette. The way that I like to apply my eyeshadow is raising up my eyebrows. A lot of people say don't squint or don't go like this when you do your eyebrows or your eyeshadow. I do it because I feel like it works for me. So sometimes when people say don't do this, it sometimes works for other people doing stuff like that. So I feel like I have more space since I can't freaking afford Botox. Okay, so she has yellow and a lime green first, but I'm gonna start off with the lime green first and then go in with the yellow. I'm gonna end up using the Morphe M441 brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus that color, the neon color in Vivid. I don't want to place this all the way up, so I'm going to go a little bit above my crease. I'm not going to put this color in my crease. I'm going to go a little bit above my crease. Very, very lightly, just work with what you have on that brush. I ended up putting the powder down below because this eyeshadow palette does have a lot of fallout. Okay, and as you don't have much on your brush, you're gonna just take it out because she does have a very strong cat eye, and we're gonna try to achieve that. Hopefully we could do that. You want to keep all the brushes that you use aside, line them up. That's easy for me to go like, okay, I need this one next, or I need to add more color in there, just so you could go back to it. I took a very fluffy brush. I want to get a brush that is a little bit less dense and fluffy, sort of like this one. I found these online that are like dupes of Morphe for like $3. So now I'm gonna take the next shade. This one is called Loud Enough. But that we are going to actually work this one on top of the green lime one that we set first. Again, I'm not applying a lot of pressure. I am just simply overlaying this at the edge or on the top of the green eyeshadow, just so I could give it that radiant effect. I noticed that she has more of a emerald dark shade, not necessarily green, and I'm gonna dab into Better Than eyeshadow. I'm gonna apply directly in the crease, and it's okay if you get messy with it if you go a little bit lower than the crease, because we're actually gonna clean this up with the concealer. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start tracing out that shadow and just take it out dramatically. You want to bring all the eyeshadows in the inner corner of the eye. So you want to bring the eyeshadow all the way down. I'm just getting it at the edge of the brush, and then I'm stamping it on, and that's gonna be my guideline. Carefully, I'm gonna just blend out the edges. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M149. This one is, you know, use like a pencil brush, and I am going to go ahead and dab into my Makeup Shack palette, and I don't know what the shade color is, but it's the only neon green that's in this palette, and I'm gonna just go over that dark green shade that we ended up using. You're just creating dimension to the look. Just go right directly over it, and then again blend that out with the brush, the neon brush. Just keep blending it out until you like the way that it looks blended, or you could stop doing this step a long time ago. We're gonna use that dark shade just right here in this portion. So this one is, I think, the most tedious part because you don't want to take the color so far in because it's gonna be very hard to manipulate the concealer over it. And you don't want to take this eyeshadow so far up because the whole point of having the green crease is to make it pop. So I'm going to just stamp it on and I'm going to take it out. We're going to tight line the crease with this brush. This one is the Morphe M432, and I'm going to tight line in between the crease and start swiping it up. I'm going to take my Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch concealer. I like this one because it has a brush, so you could actually be precise with it. So I'm gonna put concealer at the corner of my eye and then don't go over the dark shade. So you're gonna stop 2/4 of your eye. So I'm gonna put it in the middle just so I could get off that big chunk of concealer. And then I'm gonna start manipulating the concealer to actually go and clean up the mess that I did. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my Beach Cosmetics in the Rose Gold collection, and this one has a very small flat shader brush, and that's exactly what I want. And like I said, I raise up my eyebrows when I do eyeshadow because when I do a cut crease, it always goes over my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna look up, and that's gonna be where I'm gonna do my cut crease, and you could see it goes over that dark shade. So that's the guideline that I'm going to be using to go over with the dark shade, and that's where I'm gonna stop my cut crease at. So when you do a half cut crease, you wanna focus all the intention of the cut crease in the inner portion of the eye, and then the outer portion right here, you don't have to do anything to it because we're gonna go over with it with the dark shade. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that dark shade again and actually start doing my cut crease. Now you could go in with a tight line flat brush and then actually start tight lining and cleaning up that crease. I'm gonna take the edge to help me around the corners and the round parts. And that's all you're doing. You're going back and forth with each brush, making sure that it's up to your liking. She ended up tight lining with a white eyeliner and then putting even more of a brighter white on her eyelid, basically where we put the concealer on. So I'm going to be using the Milk Giant or Jumbo Crayon Pencil. And this one is from NYX. This one was used so much back in the day. I still love this this color. So I'm gonna just put this over the concealer, and then since we are already here, I am going to tight line my waterline. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a white color or white eyeshadow to actually go in with that Milk pencil. This is the point where you could clean up even more, and you're just gonna keep going back and forth with your brushes and put more shadow down as you play with all the colors that you actually manipulated to work down. Go over the green as well and keep going back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyeliner and my lashes, and then we'll get back to highlight the high points of your brow. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and take off that powder. One thing I would like to mention is how good I look, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do, oh shit, I forgot my setting spray. Hold up. All right, cool. Okay, so for setting spray, I'm gonna use my Pixi Glow Mist. I'm gonna highlight the high points of my eyebrow. So I'm gonna use the same white shade from the Makeup Shack palettes that we used for the eyelid, and then I'm gonna highlight even more using my MAC Soft and Gentle powder. All I'm gonna do is just raise up my eyebrow and then gently go over those shades. Oh, I love this song. So I'm gonna go back with the eyeshadow brush that we used, the yellow brush. Do you guys remember that one? And I'm just gonna go over a little bit at the edge between that yellow and that highlighting shade, and you have a highlighted brow even though it had green on it a few seconds ago. All right, cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the Better Than shade. I believe this one was used. And I'm gonna go ahead and go under the tight line of my under eye, right? And then I am going to go ahead and go with the emerald to really darken that up. So far you should be looking sexy, okay? All right, and then we're going to go ahead and take a lip brush or anything that's very small, very precise. I have a Morphe 515, very tiny brush. I'm gonna spritz this on and we're gonna put white at the corner of my eye, right? Just set this at the corner, just stamp it on. And then I'm gonna take it a little bit closer to the lower lash line. All right, so now that we have that done, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on my bottom lash line. Oh, that thing tastes like booty hole. I'm gonna take my Lorac Baked Matte Satin blush. I wanna go ahead and fake smile for these damn hoes. This one's my favorite highlighting brush. This one is a T38 makeup brush, makeup shack brush. So I'm gonna highlight the tip of my nose, put it nice and gentle on my cheeks and then on the high points of my cheeks. She has like the Chola vibe lip going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the DSL signature lips, but I call it DSL ready to suck cocky. Okay, so I don't ever overline my lips. It's totally up to you. I don't need to overline. I'm blessed. I'm gonna take this LA Girl lip liner, and this one is in Natural Cream. I'm gonna take this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Noble. I'm gonna apply this NARS lip gloss in Stripped to the center of my lips, and the look should be complete.